Welcome to Inner Shift. There is a persistent paradox in human consciousness. Every waking moment, we listen to a relentless voice in our heads, judging, worrying, and narrating. Yet we rarely stop to ask, if we are the ones hearing the voice, who exactly is listening? This voice is the small mind. It's a conditioned, robotic mental construct. It isn't who you are. It's a collection of past validations and social programming that has built a narrative of your life. The small mind functions through a cycle of endless comparison. It holds the reality of your present moment up against an imagined perfect future. And because the present never matches that ideal, it creates a state of perpetual dissatisfaction. Identifying with this relentless commentary is the primary driver of our daily anxiety. When we believe we are the voice, we become trapped by its demands. To find a way out, we have to distinguish between survival instincts and useless suffering. Survival pain helps us avoid physical harm, but useless suffering is the psychological resistance we feel when we simply don't like the reality of the present. There is a specific mechanic at work here. You cannot experience a negative emotional state, whether it's anger, depression, or anxiety, without first internally resisting what is happening right now. This chart shows the loop. A trigger occurs, and the mind immediately resists it. That resistance creates anxiety, which leads the mind to offer a false solution, like a new distraction or a defense, to make the pain go away. Following these false solutions only keeps the cycle alive. It guarantees that the same conflicts and stresses will keep reappearing, making the mental landscape more crowded and complicated. Spiritual teacher Eckhart Tolle observes that if you treat this narrative as your absolute identity, suffering becomes a standard feature of your life. The pain we feel isn't produced by the outside world. It is the result of our complicity in trying to defend an imaginary version of ourselves that the mind has built. Transformation starts by looking at the micro moment a trigger occurs, an unexpected critical email or a sudden perceived failure. In that heartbeat, the small mind names the threat, judges the situation, and demands you react defensively. It attempts to pull you into a frantic state of protection. Clinical frameworks like acceptance and commitment therapy call this self as context. It's the realization that you are the observer of your thoughts and feelings, rather than the thoughts themselves. When you recognize that tiny gap between the event and your reaction, the grip of the small mind begins to loosen. The intervention is a complete intentional stop. Instead of jumping to fix the anxiety or react to the trigger, you choose to be still. In this stillness, you are letting the anxious, false sense of self go. You are refusing to nourish the parts of you that are defined by conflict. You physically anchor this moment by drawing a slow, deep breath. This consciously separates your awareness from the rising internal pressure. The exhale is the release. It is a deliberate choice to drop the useless suffering and the ego's demand to control the outcome. This simple act shifts your perspective. You are no longer a victim trapped inside the reaction. You have become the impartial observer of it. Stepping into this role of the observer provides a different way to encounter daily life, one where reactions no longer have the power to command your identity. When the noise of the small mind settles, something else remains. It is a formless, undeniable presence, often called I amness. This awareness isn't isolated. Many traditions suggest that this internal presence is a direct link to a larger cosmic intelligence, a unity that exists behind all individual forms. When we compare the neural network of the human brain to the cosmic web of the universe, we see a striking symmetry. As the boundaries of the ego dissolve, the sense of being a separate entity fades into a feeling of interconnection. This recognition of a timeless reality beyond the physical body is the foundation of many ancient spiritual traditions. True fearlessness is found here. It is discovered not by building stronger defenses, but by realizing there is nothing small left that needs to be defended. The ultimate paradox of letting go is that the only thing you actually lose is the fear itself. Your daily life is no longer a prison to manage. Through this untethered awareness, every moment becomes an opportunity for discovery. As you move forward, remember the gap. Breathe, stop, and observe. Finding peace within yourself is the true purpose of the inner shift. Thank you for being present.